The shopper tried to scam me with Instacart. I'm on shift right now, so I gotta make this quick. But the great thing about making these videos is when something that could be considered bad happens to you, it's actually good because I get to make a video about it and warn you or give you some advice. And today, the Instacart shopper that was on the other side of the app, and I was shopping for them via Instacart, tried to scam me. And this is what happened. So, as I noticed, or if you've seen my other video when I showed you the reports, the rating system with Instacart, and I guess I got a little bird over here that's going to be making some noise, but that's fine. So, the rating system for Instacart is kind of leaned towards the customer, just like Uber, just like Lyft. It's all kind of leaned towards the customer. Same with Amazon Flex with missing packages. They have to kind of take the customer's word for it. And I'm guessing that Instacart is giving out free services or discounts or credits or something for errors that the shoppers do. And excuse me while I adjust myself. It's 100 degrees. I'm sitting in the car, the AC and everything off so I can make this video. So this is the second time that I had this customer. I had the same name. And they've done over 60 Instacart things, so I don't understand why they would do this, or maybe this is something they've been doing and it's been working. Because I was thinking back to last time when I was a little bit newer and frustrated with the app, and they were asking for all these corrections. Well, today it was even more accelerated. So here's what they did. The whole order was set up so they ordered one thing, but then the notes were a request for something else. And let me give you an example. So when you order avocados, most people want them ripe. So they said, get avocados, and it said, make sure they're not ripe. Get bananas, make sure they're not ripe. Get generic summer squash. Get a gallon of this very specific type of milk. So that was what needed to be scanned. But the note said, get a half gallon. So, for instance, I go to get the half gallon, I have to say not in stock. Find the half gallon, scan the half gallon as a replacement, then they have to review it. So they ordered like an 18 count of a rare egg. They didn't have it, so I offered them the 12 count of that same egg. They didn't want it, so they requested another rare egg that was at a 6 count. So you wanted 18 eggs, but now the replacement that you want is a rare 6 count that they didn't have. So I offered them another replacement. Then they ordered a 12 count of muffins. So I got them, which weren't in stock. So I got them 2 6 counts, which, yes, the price was a little bit more, but they denied and said, I want the original item. Then they had a bunch of chicken, pork, and steak, these very rare cuts that they all wanted done from the butcher. And then the butcher was off service, and this was what put the nail in the coffin. The butcher was off service today between this hour block, so I couldn't get the butcher to cut it. So I said, I can get all the stuff you're asking for pre-packaged, and I'll just get some dates that show when it's packed, so it was packed this morning. And they're like, no, that's not good enough. But they were asking for the squeezable applesauce, but then in the notes it said don't get apple and cherry. But you're like, why not just get the apple and cherry brand? You can just put that in there. So if you see a customer asking for all sorts of super special requests, and then they're messaging me other confusing things, I finished my whole order, and I said I have to refund you on these steaks and these eggs. And since you don't want the 2 6 counts of English muffins, you only want the 1 12 count of English muffins, I have to refund you that. They said, oh, I'm just going to cancel my order. I'll just shop myself. Instacart's a waste of my time. Well, this was their 68th order. So they're pretty familiar with this. So this is very confusing. I'm thinking back when I delivered to them before. It was a woman's name, but actually a man that was taking the order at the end, and he was asking for special requests then. So he was asking for like a rare, unsalted chip that was like cholesterol free, and they didn't have it. So I offered the regular one that was gluten free, but he didn't want that. Then I offered the unsalted one that wasn't gluten free. He didn't want that. And then he just said refund the whole thing. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. If you want something gluten free and salt free and they don't have it, I can't really replace it with something that's not gluten free, not salt free. But then I found another corn chip that was cheaper, that was gluten free and salt free, and recommended that. And he said he didn't want that. There was a bunch of those. So what you can do, and what I did, is he said, I'm just canceling this order. I immediately got on the phone with support. And let me put the 2 support numbers here for you for Instacart, because they're hard to find. I'll also put the support numbers in the description. Put both these Instacart support numbers in. One of them is the generic one you can look up online, and one of them is you can get only when you're signed in and you're working. And I'll put both of these below. Put these in your phone. You can either call through the apps, they have your information, or your number will come up and they'll have it. I immediately got on with Shopper Help, and Shopper Help went through all the notes, and they said, when you order this gallon of milk and you put the notes in, you're doing that at the time you order it, not later. So if they asked for a gallon of milk but said get the half gallon, it wasn't like they ordered a half gallon last night and then changed the notes to say, we only need, it wasn't like they ordered a gallon and then changed the notes last minute because they didn't need that much milk. They did this 24 hours ago. So obviously they were up to something. All the special requests, like 2 packages of this, 2 packages of that. I want one stock of asparagus, but I want 2 bundles of it. They don't come in 2 bundles. So I asked them, I said, you can either get 2 bundles and it'll be 2 pounds, or you can get 1 bundle that's 1 pound. And they said, I want 2 bundles that's 2 pounds. And I said, well, can you add that to the app then, or I can add additional 1? And they said, forget it, I don't want it. So you're like, well, you're very adamant to have this, but then when I'm requesting that you put it in the app so I can accept it, then you don't want it. The Shoppers Help Center, put the numbers here again for you, they recognized this immediately, and here's what they did. Obviously, I'm not going to get tipped by the customer because they're trying to scam Instacart out of money. But Instacart's probably charging them because they're paying me. I'm getting paid the service charge. I'm getting paid the travel time. I'm not sure exactly what the fee will be, but I'm getting paid all my commissions minus the tips, which stinks because, we're living off tips here. I'm making 30 to 40% of my income from this when I work the Instacart in tips. But again, this is a great video. Be careful not to get scammed. Call the Shoppers things. Go into your contacts. Add these 2 Instacart numbers. So if this happens to you, you could call. And let me know, has somebody tried to scam you during Instacart? This is my first time. It doesn't really work. It's strange. And if you're a person watching this because you saw Instacart scam and you wanted to pull a scam, you're not hurting Instacart. You're hurting us. You're hurting individuals. You're hurting the people watching this video trying to make a little bit of extra money for their family or for their kids or for a vacation or to start a dream of a small business. You're hurting those individuals because when you give us bad ratings, it affects us. It doesn't affect Instacart. You're not taking them out. We're independent contractors. I'm trying to do my best out here. I wanted to give this person great service today. I gave them the benefit of the doubt. All 20 plus items were in my cart with all the replacements. So I had to go back and put all those items back too. So the store would have done it for me, but they know that we're in there all the time. It's frustrating to repack this stuff. So I was nice enough to just put it back myself for the store, but you're not hurting these companies. You're hurting individuals that are shopping for you. So, just cut it out. All right. All right. Have a good day. And I hope this video helped. And again, write in the comments, have somebody tried to scam you with Instacart shopping as either the driver or other ways? Let me know. I'd be interested to hear those stories.
Quick follow-up to what happened yesterday with the scam with the individual that had me do the entire order and then cancel that at the last minute because they were being over demanding. I did call Shopper Help. They took care of me. They said that they would put it in my account. Last night when I went to bed, there was no money in my account, but I woke up this morning to check. I went into my earnings here, and if we look, you can see this is my first delivery. It said Stop and Shop. There's no tip or anything here, but they did reimburse me, so I got the delivery commission of $7.80, the item commission of $7.20, for a total of $15. Unfortunately, normally there would be an additional probably $10 there in tips and service fees from the customer, but they did take care of me, which was nice. Okay, have a good day.